Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is my week 11 update. It is Monday, the 16th of November, and I'm doing this in my room because my dog was barking and I thought, well, it'd be more quiet up here. So I did go to the doctor today and I got a big high five from Dr. Jocelyn. He was aware of what nutritional ketosis is and did say that he knew that it worked. He wanted me to continue on with exactly what I'm doing. He drew my A1C and a CMP, complete metabolic panel. I will probably have those results tomorrow, so I'm going to add that to my slideshow, because today was a very monumental day for me. Not only did I go to the doctor, and I've been doing this now for 3 months, I surpassed my goal. I have lost 53 pounds. And honestly, I was really scared to get on the scale because my appointment was at 4:30. And everybody knows, the best time to weigh is first thing in the morning after you have gone to the bathroom and you're naked. So obviously 4:30 in the afternoon, you've had something to drink or eat maybe, and you got clothes on and shoes on, and anyway. So they didn't weigh me at first. I just showed them my video that I weighed in, and then the doctor said, well, let's just get you on the scale just so it's consistent. So I went over and got on the scale, and I was less on his scale than at my scale at home. So we'll just go with his. No. But I will get to my weigh-in video on the next slide. So, but either way, I hit my 50-pound mark. 50.2 on my scale, 53 on his. So, non-scale victory. So I'm sitting in the doctor's office waiting and waiting and waiting for an hour past my appointment time. And so I decided to try to cross my legs. Oh my God, I crossed my legs. I have a picture of it too, because I have not crossed my legs in that long. So years. It's been years and years since I have crossed my legs. And you know what? Those are the little victories that make changes in your life worth it. So I took a picture while I was sitting in his exam room waiting on him with my legs crossed. So let's see what else. My blood pressure has been doing great on half of my blood pressure pills, so we're just going to keep that for now. But I think shortly I'm going to be stopping that medicine because I do check my blood pressure probably 4 times a week, and it's been well under the normal range, which is your systolic on the upper should be 120 to 140, and your diastolic on the lower should be 60 to 80. Mine's been running anywhere from like 105 to 120 over 60s and 70s. So, and that's on half of a pill. I think I'm about ready to come off of that. If I lose a little bit more weight, I know that that will help me. Okay, so I did remeasure. Now, I only started measuring on September the 20th was the first time. I did not measure back in March when I was in the hospital, when I was at my highest weight, which was 303. But since September 20th until this weekend when I remeasured, I have lost a total of 27.5 inches. Not bad for a couple of months. And 5 of those were off my waist, 5 were off my hips, 2 off my neck, and I forget how many on my upper chest. But I can really start now telling that I've lost some weight in my face and my upper body, and hips too. But doctors look at the waist, because when you hold body fat in your abdomen, there's something called visceral fat, and you don't want the visceral fat around your organs. It's not healthy, and it also puts, extra pressure on your organs and on your heart, and you don't want to have a lot of belly fat. So I'm thrilled to get rid of some of that. I go back in January going to recheck my cholesterol, which should be interesting. But if my hemoglobin A1C comes back 6.5 or lower, and my last one was 5.6, so if I stayed good, then we're going to change my diagnosis to non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. And that is huge because I haven't been on insulin for a month and 1 day. That was my whole goal, and I feel like I've reached it. So as long as I keep my carbohydrates low and don't get off of the way that I'm eating, which really hasn't been any real issue, I should be able to stay off insulin. Now, this past weekend on Saturday, my family, we celebrated Thanksgiving early. And we did a semi-ketogenic Thanksgiving. So what do I mean by that? So we had turkey, and I had mashed potatoes and gravy from my dad and my grandfather. But we did roasted vegetables, cauliflower, yellow squash, zucchini, mushrooms, and Brussels sprouts with just coconut oil and sea salt. And then we had keto dressing. So I made keto mock cornbread, which really turned out awesome. Had the same consistency as cornbread, and did it with the traditional sage and celery and onions and sausage, and then it had some eggs. Well, you can go on YouTube and find the recipe on there, but it's really, really good. So we had that for the dressing, and then we made our own green bean casserole, making our own mock mushroom soup instead of the canned. And the French's dried onions that you typically put on there, they're really not that high in carbs. They're like 3 grams for 2 tablespoons. So we just used a few of those on the top, and it really was just like traditional green bean casserole. We had I made a pumpkin cheesecake mousse. Yum, it was so good. So we had that for dessert. What else did we have? I think that was it. Oh, my mom made some keto gravy using guar gum as a thickener. So if you've never used that, you don't have to use very much. And Red Mills, they have that at most grocery stores. So we celebrated that. Ooh, and I did, okay, so as far as like cheating, I had a 1/4 of a cup of margarita. I haven't had alcohol probably since my birthday back in February. And I obviously haven't drank any kind of alcohol doing ketogenic, which it's not suggested that you do. But I probably won't drink again for another 6 months or more. So to me, it's an indulgence, but I don't feel like I fell off the wagon. I'm not feeling guilty about that. It was a 1/4 of a cup. I think that was it as far as the weekend goes. So I'll just check back in real quick tomorrow. Maybe edit this video so that you can hear my hemoglobin A1C, or I will just put it on the slide so that you can see it. But that's it for this week. I hope everybody is doing great. I know that everybody's getting maybe a little anxious about the holidays and Thanksgiving, but you can still keep it keto and still enjoy food. And don't make it so much about the food, and it's more about the people that you're around, and enjoy the socialization of the holiday. It's a different way of thinking, but you're trying to be healthy and you're trying to live longer. I have a son who's 17. I want to be around to see grandbabies, and I'm not going to be healthy if I continue to be diabetic. So I turned 50 this coming February, and I decided I wanted to be fit at 50, or fitter at 50, and you guys can do the same thing. You just need to set your mind to it, do your research, check into what nutritional ketosis is, and find your plan. Don't make it difficult. you can just do basic food. You don't even have to do special recipes. So get on MyFitnessPal and track your macros. I do 5% carbs, 20% protein, sorry my nose itches, and 75% fat. And tend to stay around 1,400 calories a day. So that seems to be working for me for now, and I'll adjust it as I need as I move forward. So I will see you guys next week for week 12. Keep doing great, and thanks for watching. Bye. Hey everybody, just a quick little video. I got my results from the doctor today. My hemoglobin A1C was 5.6 in August. It is now 5.8 and no insulin for a month and 2 days. My glucose they showed at 130. So these are excellent numbers. However, my AST and ALT, which are your liver enzymes, were slightly elevated. AST was just slightly over. The ALT was 82 and the top number is 49. So I had been taking quite a bit of Tylenol because of the exercise and whatnot. And I do take 1,000 milligrams at night before bed. So I'm going to cut back on the Tylenol. I'm not sure how much nutritional ketosis interferes with liver. I'm a nurse. I guess I'll have to research it, and I'll get back with you on that. But anyway, I'm thrilled, and I think he's going to change my diagnosis to non-insulin dependent. Yay! All right, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye. Welcome, everyone, to my week 11 weigh-in. $252.8.